Alagang Amoso.
Associated Marine Officers and Seamen's Union of the Philippines. Ang programang para sa mga Filipino seafarers at kanilang pamilya. Maghahatid ng impormasyon, magbibigay ng inspirasyon, at tatalakay sa kanilang mga sitwasyon, kalagayan at iba pang mga pangangailangan.
Alagang Amoso.
Kasama si Camille Simbulan dito sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Magandang araw po at welcome po muli sa Alagang Amosup, ang serbisyo publiko sa radyong hatid ng Associated Marine Officers and Seamen's Union of the Philippines o Amosup at ng Radyo Pilipinas World Service. Sa programang ito ay pinag-uusapan po natin ang iba't ibang programs and welfare services ng Amosup para sa mga miyembro at dependents ng ating union. At tinatalakay din po natin ang mga napapanahon na issue tungkol sa mga karapatan at kapakanan ng mga magigiting nating Filipino seafarers o Pilipinong mandaragat. Shout out po sa lahat ng members at dependents ng Amosup at sa lahat ng mga Pilipinong mandaragat na nasa barko sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo na nakikinig sa atin ngayon. Happy National Maritime Week po sa inyong lahat at Happy World Maritime Day! Siyempre, congratulations din po sa lahat ng ating seafarers at sa buong maritime community ng ating bansa dahil noong Lunes po ay pinirmahan na ni Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. ang Magna Carta of Filipino Seafarers na isa na po ngayong ganap na batas. Good news po ito dahil nakapaloob po sa batas na ito ang mga karapatan ng ating Filipino seafarers at komprehensibo po ang mga probisyon nito na naglalayong proteksyonan ang mga karapatan at kapakanan ng ating Filipino seafarers sa domestic at ocean going vessels. Magkakaroon po tayo ng hiwalay na episode para himayin at lubusang ipaintindi sa ating lahat ang Magna Carta of Filipino Seafarers. Ngayong araw ay magfo-focus po muna tayo sa National Maritime Week. Tatalakayin din po natin ang Manila International Seafarer Center o MISC. Ano ba tong facility na to? Ipapaliwanag yan sa atin ng mga guests natin ngayong araw. So, unahin na po natin yung diskusyon tungkol sa Manila International Seafarer Center o MISC. Kasama po natin ngayon si Mr. Gary Misa, ang Welfare Officer ng MISC, at si Chief Engineer Arvin Peralta, ITF Manila Inspector. So mag-start po muna tayo kay Mr. Gary.
Yes. Magandang hapon po sa ating mga tagapakinig. Ako nga po pala si Gary Misa. Ako po ang Welfare Officer ng Manila International Seafarer Center.
Okay, so Sir Gary, ano po ba yung mga services or yung mga facilities po ng MISC? At saka bakit po, first and foremost, bakit po nagkaroon ng MISC? Ano po yung history behind it?
Okay, to start with, ang Manila International Seafarer Center po ay isang port welfare and recreational facility. Ito po ay binukas noong April 8, 2013 na isa pong idea ng yumaong nating kasama na si Sir Butch Lamug. Ito po ay facility para sa mga seafarers. Open po ito sa lahat ng mga seafarers, member, non-member po ng union, pwede pong makapunta dito. Ang mga services po na binibigay ng MISC, una-una, meron po tayo dyang lounge area or rest area po dito. Pagpunta po ng mga seafarers natin doon, meron din po silang makikita dito. Meron po tayong games facility. Meron tayong minibar at saka meron po tayong mga other welfare services. Doon din po, nag-offer din po kami ng mga libreng wifi para sa mga seafarers natin. At pwede po silang gumamit ng mga computers doon in case pong kailangan nila mag-connect sa family nila in the provinces. And then meron din po tayong mga printing services. Lahat po ng ito free. Wow. Ang mga seafarers din po na pumupunta doon sa facility, nagbibigay po kami ng libreng complimentary drinks na gusto po nila. Like may libreng beer or soft drinks, libreng coffee din po.
Wow! Ang sarap naman tumambay sa MISC. So para sa mga seafarers natin, saan po ba located itong MISC?
Yes ma'am, Manila International Seafarer Center is conveniently located at Roberto Oca Street, Gate 4, South Harbor, Port Area, Manila. walking distance lang po ito, ma'am. Katulad po sa mga seafarers natin on board na gustong pumunta or bumisita po doon sa facility natin, meron naman pong shuttle doon 24/7. Pag baba po nila ng barko, libre na po yung shuttle. Pagbaba po ng gate natin, on the left side, nandun po yung Manila International Seafair Center. Mag-register lang po sila doon sa ating facility and libre na po silang gumamit doon.
Wow. So ilan po yung capacity ng MISC?
Right now, pwede po kaming mag-hold ng mga 40 visitors doon po sa facility. Pre-pandemic po, meron po kaming average na visitors na 25 seafarers per day. Yun din po, hindi naman din po nagiging facility lang para sa mga seafarers. Nako-convert po namin sa ibang function yung MISC. Yung pinaka-largest event po na nangyari sa amin doon is yung isang welfare organization. Ginawa po yung family network nila, which is meron po ako 75 seafarer families na nag-attend doon po sa MISC.
Wow. So multi-purpose din po talaga siya.
Yes,
and I remember may isang time nagkaroon tayo ng commemorative mass in honor of the founder of AMOSUP, Captain Gregorio S. Oca,
Yes.
na ginanap sa MISC. Of course, siya rin naman talaga yung inspirasyon ng mga welfare facilities natin gaya ng MISC.
Yes.
And I remember pwedeng pumunta na tayo kay Father Prigol kasi
Yes.
I think Father Prigol, Paulo Prigol, joining us via Zoom. So Father Paulo Prigol is the Stella Maris Manila Chaplain. And I think nakapag-celebrate na po ng ilang misa si Father Prigol sa MISC. Hello po, Father Paulo Prigol. Thank you so much for joining us. Hello po. Welcome to Alagang AMOSUP.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Happy National Maritime Week po, Father Prigol. I'm sure you're very busy.
Para sa ating lahat, di ba?
Opo. So sir, gaya po nung mga welfare services po na ino-offer sa MISC, I know that your organization, Stella Maris, is leading a lot of initiatives for our Filipino seafarers. Especially now po during the National Maritime Week, ay punong abala po kayo. Ano po ba yung theme ng ating National Maritime Week this year, Father?
Ang theme natin, ma'am, we follow the IMO theme.
Opo.
So nga, IMO theme is Navigating the Future, Safety First. Importante yan, di ba?
Opo.
Pero dito sa Pilipinas, parang we adapt a local theme, which this year, ito po ay Marinong Filipino, Ligtas na Paglalayag. Yan ang local theme.
Okay, so maritime safety po yung theme natin.
Yes, safety first.
And I understand, Father, ang dami po nating naka-line up na activities. Ano po ba yung significance ng National Maritime Week, Father? Bakit po natin siya sineselebrate every year?
Thank you. Maraming talaga mga activities galing sa iba't organization, no? Like sabihin natin AMOSUP, Stella Maris, ISWAN, etc. Sa palagay ko po, itong taon, safety first, parang it is uniting the sectors, the government, unions, industry, welfare service providers. Why? Kasi safety yan. Now, isipin natin na lang ang mga marino ay dumadaan doon sa Gulf of Aden, and you guys know as much as I do, lalo ang mga marino kung nandiyan kayo, no? You know what it is to be on board when you never know what is the other side is doing. Kaya pala, I think this theme for the Philippines this year, talaga ito maganda at saka timely. Bakit timely? Because yan na lang mga marino, when they go on board, I don't think they have any other idea, but sasakay ako, sana babalik ako safe and sound. So kaya kami ang mga welfare service providers, katulad ni Gary at iba pa, we really try to help them to be safe and sound. Ito po ay within the National Maritime Week, no, di ba? Because tomorrow it is the World Maritime Day. It was based on this idea that the former presidency Fidel V. Ramos created through a PD, presidential decree, the committee that organizes the National Maritime Week and the National Seafarers Day. Doon po, meron po tayong Stella Maris sa isang side, and then every year mga government agencies, they take turns. This year is quite well supported. Sana nandiyan kayo sa Sunday.
Yes po. Yung sa Grand Parade po natin. Where...
Actually, sa Sunday, may ilang activities yan. So kahapon din, meron kaming malaking activity doon sa Amosup Hall. We are very grateful to Doc Oka and the Amosup team. Ngayon po is 25. We have a mental health awareness, PCG. Importante yan, di ba? Mental health matters. We know post-pandemic, by the way, not only for the seafarers, sa ating lahat, mental health matters. Then doon sa Hartman, we do have a dental consultation and acupuncture. Maganda yan. It's a Sunday, meron po tayong parade, 7 a.m., 8 o'clock mass. Sana 9 o'clock, my program with, what is this? With the, PCG. Of course, we are very happy because noong isang araw, nandiyan kami sa San Andres Sports Complex. Nandiyan si Gary, nandiyan si Arving. So, thank you, ITF, for the support.
Okay, thank you po for sharing with us some of the activities lined up this week, sir. And yun nga po, yung theme na maritime safety, talagang mahalaga po yan. And during the National Maritime Week, talagang very active po kayo, always working with different government agencies to ensure na ma-maximize po itong opportunity to really educate and to reach out to the seafarers and celebrate them. Their sacrifices, their hard work on board, and to really acknowledge them and their hard work dito po sa commemorative celebration, yearly celebration, the National Maritime Week. So sir, any message po sa mga seafarers natin this National Maritime Week, sir? Father?
A message, very, very simple na lang. Sabihin natin, safety first. Or kung gusto niyo po, marilong Pilipino, ligtas na paglalayag, ibig sabihin, take care of yourself. Nobody can take care of you except yourself.
That's right.
Ayan ang message ko.
Salamat po, Father Prigol. And thank you so much for joining us. Albeit very limited time. Pero maraming salamat po sa time.
Happy National Maritime Week.
Happy National Maritime Week po, Father. Thank you very much. God bless. That's Father Paulo Prigol, Stella Maris Manila Chaplain. Very active po yan sa iba't ibang mga initiatives and welfare programs, activities for our seafarers. Kaya nga, gaya ng sinabi niya kanina, kasama sina ITF Inspector Arvin Peralta, si Mr. Gary Misa, they work together lalo na sa MISC, yan, sa mga Amosup programs and facilities, they're always there to support our unions, programs and services. So ngayon, balik naman tayo sa MISC. Yan, shinare sa atin kanina ni Mr. Gary Misa yung mga services, yung mga facilities, and I think it was during the pandemic when the ITF, the International Transport Workers Federation, set up its office at the MISC. Doon po nag-office si ITF Manila Inspector Chief Engineer Arvin Peralta. So, isang one-stop shop na po pala ang MISC. So, if they have any concerns that they would like to consult the ITF with, pwede po silang kumonsulta sa inyo, doon. Yes,
ma'am. Nung na-appoint po ako noong 2021, doon na po akong pinalipat kasi nga napakaganda ng location, malapit sa port, may maayos na reception facility sa mga visitors, sa families at yung seafarer na nagsisik ng guidance or assistance. Kaya hindi lang na-establish doon yung pag-transfer ng ITF Inspectorate Manila office. Pwede nyo po kaming bisitahin, pero as much possible, dahil nga minsan malayo, magastos yung pamasahe, o nasa province kayo, pwede nyo naman po kami kontakin online. Kaya we would much prefer na hindi po kayo napapagod, na aabala. You could message us online or on our numbers para mas mabigay kagad namin yung timely and sound advice na depende sa concern nyo. Ang aim nga namin is effective, efficient, and empowering case handlings para matugunan yung mga concerns na nire-raise nyo po sa amin.
Wow, that's really good. So can we share with them right now kung ano po yung may Facebook page po ba yung MISC and yung ITF where they could reach out to you?
Yes. Right now we have a Facebook page called Manila International Seafair Center. All they have to do is search there to Facebook, MISC.ITF, and dadali na po sila doon sa official page ng Manila International Seafair Center, NITF.
Sa akin naman po, pwede nyo rin pong i-message ako sa Facebook account ko, Arvin Peralta ITF. Pwede nyo na po ako makontak doon. At if ever nga, please download ITF Seafarers app. Doon nyo po makukuha yung contact information na iba pa naming ITF inspectors around the world.
Wow. Okay. So, at least directly na silang makakapag-contact po sa inyo if ever they would want to visit. 24 hours open po ang MISC.
Right now, the facility is open po from Mondays to Friday. We're open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
Weekdays. Pagka Saturday and Sunday weekends po, pwede naman po namin sila i-accommodate. All they have to do is i-message lang po ako or si Sir Arvin Peralta if meron po silang event during Saturdays and Sundays, and para ma-accommodate po namin sila doon.
Alright. So, thank you.
Just to add, aside dun sa facility na seafarers ang pumupunta sa Manila International Seafarers Center, nag-come up din kami ng programs for us naman ang pumupunta sa mga seafarers. At asan yung mga seafarers? Nasa barko. Kaya sa Manila South Harbor, yung sa ATI facility, normally average may 3 container ships dyan. Binibisita ko o in-inspect ko at binivisit ni Gary yung mga seafarers na nasa mga barkong yon to extend yung services ng facility at ng AMOSUP. And especially kung may mga queries or kailangan may concern na hindi namin kaya, doon naman pinapasa naman o nire-refer sa ibang welfare organization or government agencies. Nakakabilang din sila Father Paulo. Dahil lalo pag spiritual concern o kailangan ng prayers or mass, ayun po, nakakatulong din po sila. Kaya ang tawag, may community po kami ng port welfare services and organizations po.
Wow, ang ganda. So, talagang team effort. Ang dami po yung nagtutulungan to extend the services, yung pagkalinga, the care and compassion to our Filipino seafarers. Very nice. So, ngayon naman, alam ko recently may nilaunch ka, Chief Engineer Arvin Peralta, na isang initiative ng MISC in collaboration with the ITF Seafarers Trust. Yung bicycle project.
Yan ma'am, isang nakita namin to encourage seafarers and their families to visit the facility as well. Bicycles, kasi nga ang AMOSUP ay nasa Intramuros, napakaganda, napaka-historic po ng Intramuros. Kaya yung seafarers minsan, pag mag-shore leave, hindi nila alam kung saan sila magandang pumunta. And aside, pag maglalakad ka naman, it will take time at nakakapagod. Kaya isang naisip po namin, why not bicycles? Na sa Intramuros, napaka-effective nung may bicycle services din doon. Na ngayon, meron kaming 6 bicycles. Any seafarers can use it for free. Ang inanong pa lang namin is, in-offer is, dito sa Intramuros boundaries lang iikot, at for sure 1 hour, 2 hours sulit na po. At least yung mga seafarers natin, especially nag-stay sa mga dormitories ng AMOSUP dito sa Intramuros, they can enjoy the beautiful Intramuros and also take care of their well-being na napaka-importante ngayon sa seafarers, sa health nila, lalo pag sasampa na sa barko po.
So, paano po sila makakahiram ng bike sa MISC? Tama po ba sa MISC nila kukunin yung
Right now, we have 5 bicycles located po sa Amosup Sailors Home, and we have another one located po sa MISC. Pero yung pinakamarami pong bisikleta is nandun po sa Amosup. So ang gagawin lang po ng seafarers para makahiram, meron po kami doon registration form. Magfi-fill up lang po sila doon ng mga needed mga information. Then we'll ask for their passport or seaman's book plus their membership ID. Pababasahin lang po namin sila ng guidelines kung paano gamitin properly yung bisikleta. And then konting check po doon sa bisikleta. Check yung mga brakes, wheels, etc. kung proper ba or functioning po sila doon. Then, we release them. Then, bago din po namin sila sabihan mag-ikot within Intramuros, sinasabi din po namin sila na mag-picture sila kasama yung bicycles doon sa mga area na pinupuntahan nila. As you can see, ma'am, yung MISC Bicycle Project, ito din po yung isang initiative ng MISC doon sa Amosup 65 for 65. So we're aiming the first 65 seafarers na makakagamit ng bicycles, then we will post it on our page para makita po nila na yung bicycle is nagagamit po ng husto, hindi lang naka-standby dun sa isang area or sa facility.
Wow. So may kasama pala siya sa 65 for 65 campaign ninyo. Yeah. So for those who haven't heard about this campaign, we have an ongoing campaign, Amosup 65 for 65. So this is in the run-up to the celebration of Amosup's 65th founding anniversary next year on November 11, 2025. 65 years old na po ang Amosup. Ayan. Of course, remembering Captain Gregorio S. Oca na ating founder. So, bawat departments po and even may mga ibang organizations po na sumali sa atin, nag-come up po with their different 65 for 65 initiatives. Hashtag 65 for 65 initiatives. And meron din po tayong designated Facebook page on this, 65 for 65. So, kung meron po kayo naisip na 65 for 65 initiatives, you can start your own. So, it's really a community movement. So, kung meron po kayo maisip, gamitin nyo lang po yung ating hashtag na 65 for 65. Amosup 65 for 65. Para ma-acknowledge din po natin yung inyong mga initiatives. So, yes, at Chief Engineer Arvin, baka gusto mo rin i-share yung ibang 65 for 65 initiatives mo.
Kami, sa side namin, nag-initiate kami ng 65 for 65 initiatives. Isa, yung mangrove planting. Early this year, nag-mangrove planting kami with 65 volunteers. We are just targeting 1,000 seeds, mangrove seeds na itatanim lang sana, pero may nakapag-tie up sa amin na schools sa Quezon Province dahil nga required pala yung mga graduating college students na makapagtanim ng 2 seedlings at na naming opportunity yun to collaborate with them. And we were able to plant 2,000 mangrove seedlings sa Tuhian Beach, Katanawan, Quezon. With partnership with Amosup, ITF, local community, local authorities, and NGOs na napakaganda po nung activity. And sana mag-ripple out sa ibang mga initiatives and CSOs ng mga ibang organizations po.
Ang ganda ng initiative na yun. Mangrove planting. And pwede rin natin i-share yung 65 peaks in collaboration naman with Gold Foundation and GASFI.
Yun, meron pong group ng Amosup employees and friends of Amosup and other volunteers na they're aiming and these are even being offered to other climbing enthusiasts. They are targeting 65 mountains or peaks to be climbed until next year. Nag-start po yan dahil may Amosup team led by Ma'am Marisa Oca. They climbed up last year yung Mount Apo. And they say, they don't want just to na mag-stop there. They wanted to continue and to share the good benefits of climbing and enjoying the nature. Kaya di ko lang alam yung numbers right now, but maybe 30 or 40 peaks na po yung tally. Kaya maganda pong, ayun, maraming creative activities. Meron po, bumisita po yung General Secretary ng ITF last May or March ata. nagpa-photo po kami 65 na kalbo sa Amo Soup. Na masaya, maganda na iba-iba. Meron po mga nagzuzumba. Meron ako pati anak ko nagba-bicycle kami. Inaangkas ko siya different locations, at least 65. At least ma-meet lang, and to at least to etong initiative na to, hopefully we could share more about Amo Soup and people to find out more about it, and the services, the good services and facilities it offers to its members, the seafarers, employees, and even the family.
And their families. And meron din tayong mga provincial branches like si Amo Soup, Bacolod Extension Facility. Meron silang 65 families. They're featuring 65 seafarer families and their stories. Iba-iba, pati Amo Soup Cebu, Amo Soup Davao, Amo Soup Iloilo. May kanya-kanya mga initiatives, which is very nice and encouraging them to take part in the campaign. Meron mga iba yung mga individuals lang, 65 sunsets, di ba? Mga gano'n.
Yes, ma'am.
Mga
si ma'am, meron tayong nag-birthday siya, 65th birthday niya. Libre siya ng lugaw with 65 condiments.
Wow, okay.
Pero it's doable, it's easy, it's enjoyable, and if you'll do it with your friends and family, mas masaya po. Ang MAAP Alumni Society, nag-come up din po ng 65 for 65. Ngayon, they are featuring graduates of the Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific na breaking barriers or having good position or good contribution to the maritime industry. They are now featuring it one by one, and the first 3 alumni were already released, and they want to come up until 65.
Wow, syempre kasama ka doon. ITF Manila Inspector and proud MAAP alumnus, si Chief Engineer Arvin Peralta. Okay, now we have come to the conclusion of our show. Ang bilis, no? Pag ang daming napapagkwentuhan. So we were able to discuss the services available at the Manila International Seafarers Center, MISC. Thank you very much, Mr. Gary Misa, Welfare Officer.
My pleasure, Ma'am Camille.
For joining us. And of course, si Father Paulo Prigol, pinaunlakan din yung invitation natin. He talked a little about the National Maritime Week, the theme, yung activities. Talagang highly involved si Father Paulo Prigol and Stella Maris, of course. And syempre, Chief Engineer Arvin Peralta, ang suki. For sharing also is mga initiatives together with MISC and Amo Soup, and also yung 65 for 65 campaign na talaga actively involved si Chief Engineer Arvin Peralta. So, napaka-informative na naman ang ating usapan, ng diskusyon natin ngayong araw. Again, maraming salamat po sa pagsubaybay, sa pakikinig sa amin. Kung meron po kayong mga suggestions na topics for our future episodes, ay maaari nyo pong i-communicate yan sa amin. Of course, the Amo Soup Contact Center is always open. Yung Amo Soup official Facebook page and Amo Soup official Facebook group, ay pwede rin po kayo mag-suggest dyan. And of course, we have a website, www.amosoup.org. And muli, maraming salamat po sa mga kasama natin dito sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service. Si Miss Susan Aison, Milo Janela, J. Arevalo, Erwin Pañano at Jerome Toledo. Syempre, again, sa ating guests, si Father Paulo Prigol, the Stella Maris Manila Chaplain, Mr. Gary Misa, Welfare Officer of the Manila International Seafarers Center, and Chief Engineer Arvin Peralta, ITF Manila Inspector. Ako po si Camille Simbulan at ito po ang Alagang Amo Soup.
All aboard sa talakayan. Palalimin pa ang inyong kaalaman. Alagang Amo Soup. Dito sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service.